Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jody, and I'm a certified numerologist, energy designer, and tarot reader. And today I was feeling like we needed a little bit of goddess energy in our lives. So I'm going to be doing a pick a card goddess message reading. And to start things off, I'm just going to spread the cards out here and going to start by selecting three goddesses who want to provide messages for us today. So we've got 1, 2, and let's do 3 from over here. All right, bringing these down just a little bit. So let's see what we have here. We have Maat, and she is the goddess of fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Bring her a little bit closer. So the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So that's Maat or Maat. And then the next goddess we have is, we've got Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. The old must be released so that the new can enter. All right, and then the third goddess we have coming through is Aine. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire in action. So those are the 3 goddess options. So I'm going to give you just a moment to choose which goddess you want to hear from today. So once again, your options are Maat or Maat, Kali, and Aine. All right, I'm going to begin with Maat. Let's see, and I'm going to put her right there. All right. So the questions I'm going to be asking of our goddesses are, number 1, what does she want you to remember? Got a jumping card there, so I'm going to put that one in that space. What does she want you to remember? What she wants you to be grateful for? What she wants you to be grateful for? And then lastly, what she wants you to shift. What she wants you to shift. And we've got another jumping card there. So let's see what is coming through. So the first card is what she wants you to remember. And we have the 2 of Wands. Now, the Wands represents our passions, our desires, our soul purpose, what inspires us, drives us, and motivates us. And with the 2, it is about finding a balance. Finding a balance between our drive, our passion, what motivates us, and balancing that with everything else, bringing it into balance with everything else. Maybe our physical resources, or our thoughts, or our feelings. It's about making sure we don't let, like I said, our drive and our passion get other areas of our life out of balance. And that's definitely pulling in the energy of fairness. The energy of fairness requires a sense of balance. And let's go ahead and see here what she wants you to be grateful for. And we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. And Pentacles having to do with all of our physical resources, those tangible things in our lives that we can feel and touch, our homes, our finances, our resources, our community, our friends, our family, our pets, our loved ones, all of those things in our life, like I said, that are tangible, that we can feel and touch. And the page is all about approaching life from a youthful perspective, being able to try something different, or approach it from a beginner's mind, kind of that mindset of not having any expectations and just going with the flow and allowing yourself to see what comes up and what comes available to you when you release a little bit of control and just go with the flow. So I feel like the message coming through with this card is to be grateful for your ability to, and maybe not just your ability, but the situation also being right to just go with the flow a little bit, release control a little bit, and going back to the message of this card from her, that the situation, whatever the situation is going to be handled in a fair and a just manner. So you can kind of let go and just go with the flow a little bit and not be so concerned about either worrying about or trying to control all the pieces and all the steps. And then lastly, what she wants you to shift, what she believes you need to shift. And we have the Three of Cups here. And the Cups is all about our feelings, our emotions. And Three is all about community and collaboration, and our relationships with others, and our ability to be in groups and freely express our emotions in groups or in situations where we are collaborating or working together on something. So she is encouraging you to be more open to sharing your feelings, showing your true feelings in your relationships, in group situations. Don't feel like you have to not share, or feel like you have to be a certain way or present yourself in a certain way, especially when it comes to your emotions, especially when it comes to your emotions. And let's go ahead and take a look at, so in regards to what she wants you to remember with the Two of Wands, having to do with that balance, bringing in that balanced energy between the inside and the outside. Like I said, either your physical resources and everything else. Let's see here. So we have sacred action, decisive focus, sacred action, decisive focus. So when it comes to the Two of Wands here and that balance, this is in the position of what she wants you to remember. So I feel like the message here that's coming through very clearly is to have that balance, is to be decisive. Be decisive with your focus. Rein it in if you're trying to do too many things, or feeling like you're not balanced because there is so many things that you're trying to do or focus on. Rein it back in, simplify it, and be decisive with what you choose to focus on. And in terms of what she wants you to be grateful for, in terms of what she wants you to be grateful for, we have pleasure. We have the pleasure card here, and I love that card coming through in conjunction with the Page of Pentacles. As I talked about earlier, the Page of Pentacles is all about looking at things from that new, fresh, almost naive perspective of not having a lot of expectations and just going at it from a place of the experience, having a new experience. And so she's wanting you to really, really allow yourself to be free with that and get pleasure from those new experiences. Maybe that's really the only thing that you need to be focused on, is how you can approach it from a place of pure fun, pure pleasure, with the acknowledgement that the situation is going to be handled in a fair and just manner. And then lastly, what she wants you to shift. What she wants you to shift. What does she want you to shift? Okay, we have befriend the word polarize. Befriend the word polarize. And this card carries the energy of 25, which is a 7. And 7 is all about trusting your inner guidance, listening to your own inner voice, inner truth. And with the combined with the 3 of Cups and the message coming through of allowing yourself to show your feelings and not hide that part of yourself in group or collaborative situations, I feel like the core message that she is wanting you to know is, even if you realize or recognize that openly sharing your emotions and how you feel may possibly have a polarizing effect. Not everyone may jive may jive with those feelings. She is still encouraging you nonetheless to allow them to show through, and that whatever this is, this situation that you're currently experiencing or going through, know that it's being handled in a fair and just manner. Seek balance by being decisive about what you do choose to focus on, and seek pleasure, and seek to remember and be grateful for things during this time that do bring you pleasure and allow you to have some fun and just approach some time from a youthful perspective. And lastly, don't hide your true feelings, your emotions. Let them out. Allow yourself to be vulnerable in that way, even if it may polarize some people. Know that the situation is being handled in a fair and just manner. So that is the message from Maat. I hope that message resonates with you, and you can see the scales here, the scales of balance, and I feel like that's kind of the theme of this reading altogether for you, is finding that balance, being decisive, like I said, allowing yourself to have some fun, do things that bring you pleasure, and openly share your feelings. All right, that is the message from Maat. All right, next we have Kali. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. And I'm just rolling up my sleeves here because they kept hitting the table here and making noise. All right, Kali. So let's see what Kali wants you to remember. What does Kali want you to remember? Kali wants you to remember. Let's see. I'll do all three cards. I can't remember how I did it before. What does she want you to be grateful for? What she wants you to be grateful for. And then lastly, what she wants you to shift. What does she want you to shift? I feel like that card speaking to me. All right, what she wants you to remember, and we have another 2 here. How interesting, the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. So the cups being all about our emotions, our feelings, and how we share our emotions and respond to our environment and the world emotionally. And we have the 2 here, which is all about balance. Finding that balance between our inner and outer, how we feel and approach things emotionally. Yeah, it's about not taking things personal, seeing different perspectives, being able to look inside and reflect on things from your inner perspective, but also being able to take into account the outside influences, the people involved in your life or in a situation, and being able to find a balance there. And let's see what she wants you to be grateful for. So she wants you to be grateful for your ability to... Swords has to do with our mind and our thoughts and how we interpret and receive messages, and typically messages through the spoken words or our thoughts, how we like mentally process things. So she's wanting you to be, and the Knight is a master at that. The Knight, he is a character who is able to shift. The Knight can shift their mindset to accommodate differing points of view, differing messages. And you see here the paintbrush here, where it's almost like she could be creating and painting the cloud, or she could be undoing the cloud. So it's that ability, like I said, to shift your mindset, see differing perspectives, and not only think about it mentally, but also you have the skill to craft, to speak and send those messages out into the world. So recognize that. She's saying recognize that you have this ability. And then what she wants you to shift is the King of Swords. And the King is kind of like the final path, is like the next level, the next step from the Knight. So if you think about the Knight is kind of not necessarily playing it small, because the Knight is an important figure, but I feel like she's wanting you to take it up a notch. Take it up a notch even more. So the old must be released so that the new can enter. And she's saying, yeah, you're working on it. Be grateful. You know you have the ability to do it. You have the skill. Either you're working on this shift of the mindset, or you are either crafting it and bringing it into reality. You're manifesting it through your messaging or your words or your content or your relationships, however this message applies to you. She's acknowledging, yeah, you're doing that. Be grateful for it, but let's take it even further. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's become the King, who is the master, who's kind of the master of that messaging. And I feel like she's also grooming you to make space for it. Make space for it. This is about getting your emotions and your feelings in check, your emotional body in check, so that you're able to make this jump from the Knight to the King, who is the ruler, the master of this. And let's take a look at in terms of what she wants you to remember. Let's pull a Priestess card here. All right, and the Priestess we have is bright heart light, open connections. Bright heart light, open connections. And I feel like this really these energies just work so well together. We've got the Two of Cups, which is about the emotions and bringing your emotions into balance. And then we have Kali, which is about endings. And we have this card, which is an 18, which adds up to a 9, which the 9 in numerology is all about endings as well. That making space. And I feel like the message from this card is this is about making space in your heart, center, opening your heart. This is about opening your heart. And then with what she wants you to be grateful for. What she wants you to be grateful for. What she wants you to be grateful for is wonders. Your ability to create. I feel like with the message that's coming through here, you are a creator of wonders. Through your words, the stories that you tell, how you view the world, because you've got really, really strong mental energy coming through here. So this is all about your perceptions, your imagination, your ability. I feel like your ability to create beginnings. Beginnings evolve and are birth out of our dreams, our imagination, our ability to wonder, to get lost, allow ourselves to get lost in that area of our mind where we do let ourselves drift off into wonder. So she is reminding you to be grateful for that. And then in terms of what she is wanting you to shift, of what she is wanting you to shift. Once again, we have another 9 here. This is so appropriate. Integrate your knowing. Integrate your knowing. So this is just another confirmation, and this card is also carrying the energy of 9, which is all about those endings. And she's just confirming here that you just need to integrate it. So this is definitely a message, like I said, strong mental energy here for those of you who picked the Kali card. I don't know what you're working towards. This is a pretty general reading, but it's very much about your imagination, your ability to wonder and to dream and to create perspectives. Did you hear that? Create. Not just change your perspective, but create perspectives. Create perspectives. You are a creator. Well, we're all creators and manifestors, but you right now, the energy that is coming through you, this mentally creative energy, is giving you the ability to create new perspectives. So put it out there, open your heart, and put it out there. I feel like this heart opening is the ending that she is referencing here. You're going to have to kind of crack open your heart a little bit and let some, maybe on an emotional standpoint, you have kind of walled yourself up a little bit because there's some hurt or hurt is the way it's coming. There's the way it's coming through. There's something that has happened that hurt your feelings or your emotions, and caused you to kind of put a wall up there. And she's letting you know that the way that you can move forward and allow the new to enter is that you have got to be willing to release it. The old must be released so the new can enter. So open that heart and allow yourself to fully integrate your knowing. And that is the message here from beautiful Kali. And you can see here her third eye is open. It's able to see, and She's got the lotus flower in her palm. And the lotus flower is, that growth, that new growth, that life that comes forth out of the muck. So you are that lotus flower. All right. Hopefully that message resonated with you. All right, so lastly we have Aine. Aine. For those of you who chose the Aine card, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And you can see her here leaping forth, arms in the air, taking that leap of faith. So let's see what messages she has for you. What does she want you to remember? What does she want you to remember? And we're just gonna, that one just flew out. What does she want you to be grateful for? What does she want you to be grateful for? And then what does she want you to shift? What does she want you to shift? What does she want you to shift? All right, let's see what messages are coming through. We have another two. We have the Two of Swords. So interesting that with every single reading today, the card in the remember position is a 2. Very, very interesting. So the Two of Swords, and swords having to do with our mental realm, our thoughts, how our perception, our mindset, how we receive and process messages on a mental level, our mindset, our thoughts. And 2 is once again all about balance. It's about balancing our mindset, balancing how we intake and digest messages, and how we in turn send those messages out into the world. And you can see we've got a little black bird here and we've got a little white bird. So it's all about, like I said, digesting the messages, sending those messages back out into the world, and having a balance there. Having a balance there. And what she wants you to be grateful for is the world. The world, which carries the energy of 21, which is a 3. So this is joyful, happy, creative energy. She wants you to remember that you are a creator, and that also 3 energy carries that energy of amplification and traction, and your ideas and what you put out into the world growing and prospering and turning into something bigger than itself, gaining support. So that's what she wants you to remember and be grateful for. So I feel like the message of this card is you have the ability to bring those people together and to get that support. Maybe you're someone who is a good communicator and do well in groups of people or on teams when you're collaborating with others, or just any situation where there's a group of people. You do really well in those situations. Or like I said, this could be a remembrance to just remember the creativity inside of you and be grateful for your creative abilities and creative in all sense of the word creative, not just artistic or musical. Anytime you are bringing something into existence that didn't exist before, it could be a project, it could be a dish that you're cooking, it could be really anything. Being a creator is simply your ability to bring parts together and create something from those that wasn't there before. So this is about being grateful for that. And then what she wants you to shift, and we've got two major arcana cards here, so this is a really powerful message coming through from Aine, is the sun. And this is carrying energy 19, which is a 1, which is the beginning. And the sun card is a moment of celebration. I mean, the sun is what gives us, it's what makes things grow, it's what warms us up, it gives us the light of day. We live by it. Without the sun, we would not survive. So the sun is a very joyous, expansive, energetic number or card. It's a very celebratory card, and carrying the energy of 1, it's also the beginning. So I feel like the message thus far is saying, remember your creativity and take the leap of faith. You have the sun on your side, which is that life energy, really. You have life energy of the sun on your side. So be willing to take a risk and go for it. And let's see what she wants you to remember. What does she want you to remember? Alright, we have the card Sacred Purpose, Eternal Flame, Ancestral Legacy. So I feel like there's a reminder here that there's a flame inside of you. There's a nudge inside of you that's nudging at you to let it come out. Maybe you've been pushing it down, or you've been afraid to go after it and let it come out, let it shine for whatever reason. And with this card coming up, I feel like it's part of your purpose, and it's tied into past life energy, something that you are meant to do, something that you are here to do. And let's see what card is coming through for the grateful for position. And we have trust. So this is about trusting, and you definitely need a lot of trust to take that leap of faith. But yep, she is saying, don't worry, I've got you. Have trust. Be willing to take that risk. Put your heart's true desire into action. And let's see the message coming through for what she wants you to shift. What she wants you to shift. Okay, that card's wanting to slide right out. And we have, you are epic. You are epic. So this symbol here even looks like the sun here. You are epic, and it's carrying the energy of the 4, which is all about the 4 is the energy that brings things into form. It is the energy that manifests ideas and actually brings them into the physical realm. So you are epic. She's letting you know it's time. Take that risk. Take that leap of faith. This is, like I said, it's part of your purpose. Whatever this is related to your purpose and tied to past lives. And yeah, part of bringing back that balance or being balanced. If you're feeling like there's grounding needed or you're a little bit off centered, it's because maybe you've been holding back on moving forward with this because you haven't been feeling balanced and centered. And this is a strong message of the way you regain your balance and you're centered and that grounded feeling is by going for it, taking that leap of faith. Taking that leap of faith and trusting in yourself, trusting in your ability as a creator, remembering that you are epic, and knowing that you've got, this is a very powerful card here with the Sun. This is a strong start, new beginning, creation energy, life-giving energy. So strong message to go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. All right, and that was the reading for Aine. All right, those are the 3 goddess messages for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.